Everybody, thanks for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Ralph Wood. Monty Torres has the night off. Topping the news tonight, we continue tracking the Garnet Fire in the Sierra National Forest. It's grown to more than 56,000 acres as crews work to bolster containment lines. Firefighters made significant progress today across the fire zone, holding containment lines in several key areas. With more stable evening conditions, night crews are continuing operations with 5 night flying helicopters on standby to assist. Fire officials praised the team's relentless work in a news conference today.
They finished as strong as anyone possibly could, all the way through up to 0600 this morning. They had the incident and they took it right up to that finish line.
Officials say they do not anticipate any more growth and hope to have the fire fully contained in 14 days. Additional crews are expected to arrive in the coming days to support the ongoing efforts. We're told within the next 7 days, the temperature begin to cool down with increasing relative humidity. More humidity will increase the amount of moisture on the ground and also decrease ignition probability. This means new fires will be less likely to start. Chief Meteorologist Chris Kuiper picks up our coverage tonight and has more on what we can expect in the week ahead.
Yeah, Ralph, we've already seen the cool down begin and humidity is already increasing as well. And if you just take a look at the satellite image here, the satellite loop of the Garnet Fire from this afternoon, much less active. It's difficult to see exactly where it is here on the satellite loop from earlier on today. It's buried in there among the clouds and whatnot. But again, not a very active fire today compared to what it looked like yesterday. Same time frame, it was booming yesterday, just 24 hours ago, but today, hard to see anything out there as it was obscured by the clouds. The increased humidity certainly helped things out as well, and it was a much calmer fire. We take a look at a time lapse here of the fire here from one of the Alert California cameras, and again, you see all the smoke kind of hammered down low here. It's kind of choking the base of the fire. The fire, like you and me, needs oxygen to live, and with all the smoke just at the surface, it's just kind of choking it off, and so it doesn't get a chance to grow. Once we see that lift a little bit, you still don't see the big towering plumes of smoke or whatnot because the fire was just a lot less active, a lot more calm out there today, which is tremendous to see. All right, when the sun sets, most firefighting aircraft are grounded. Flying at night is just too dangerous. Low visibility, pilots at risk of missing the target, or worse yet, crashing into the side of the mountain. I talked with members of the Southern California's Quick Reaction Force who were here today. They've brought their night flying Chinook helicopters, the ones with the dual rotors, with thermal imaging to attack the Garnet Fire, which could be a game changer.
Big difference is we're flying day and night operations, and we carry a 3,000-gallon tank, very similar to what the C-130s and the Boeing 737s operate with our fixed-wing fleet. So we're as effective dropping retardant as we are dropping direct attack on top of the flames.
Flying at night presents its own set of challenges. How is this Chinook helicopter equipped differently than a traditional one to fight fires?
So these Chinooks have night vision goggle capability. So we fly in the LA Basin. Almost 50% of our flying is done at night. Fly as much as during the day as we do during the evenings. The crews are very used to flying night operations. And
so the pilots, to be able to do these drops at night where visibility, so lining up a target, very difficult to see, if not impossible, and just a different set of challenges, flying for a pilot at night. Do they have specialized training that other pilots may not have?
Yeah, they do, Chris. And in fact, we have what we call an Overwatch helicopter. And in the Overwatch helicopter, it has a thermal imaging camera that fires a laser beam the size of a car. And the pilots in the firebombing aircraft can see the laser coming from the helicopter. And that's how we target where we want the drops to go. And we also are able to cleanse the areas where we're going to be snorkeling from. So we can move around the fire to the various different dip sites. And this Overwatch helicopter can provide not only protection, but intelligence and direction of where we want those helicopters to work. So we were able to create a safe standard operating procedure to hover over these water sources during the evening, which increased the productivity of the helicopters to where it became significant impacts on fires by doing hover filling and getting multiple. Instead of getting 2 turns an hour, we're able to get 20 turns an hour.
Wow, because you don't have to go all the way out to base to fill up.
That's exact. And when you think about a 3,000-gallon tank, that's equivalent to roughly 6 fire trucks. And wow. a fire truck carries about 500 gallons. So when in this case, we've got 3 Chinooks working those fires. We're dropping roughly 18 fire truck loads every few minutes on that fire to help the ground firefighters.
Yeah, you're opening up half the day to.
We are. Well, what we've learned, Chris, is that when you take the heat out of a fire, so you lose the sun, the humidity goes up, that fire lays down, and it's a multiplier of 3 to 4 times more effective at night than we are during the day on that fire.
Now, if you're interested in listening to my full 14-minute interview with Mr. Colson, you can find it on our website at KMPH.com. Quick look at our forecast here overnight, showing those temperatures cooling down and staying cool here for a while. We've got a beautiful forecast coming up, and I'll share that with you in a few.
All right, thanks, Chris. As fire crews do everything they can to slow down the spread of the Garnet Fire, there's one product that we're getting a better look at that helps in these efforts. Fox 26's Carl Cook continues our team coverage and gives us a little more insight on the fire retardant Phos-Chek.
It's a fire we've seen spread so far in eastern Fresno County that it can be seen from different areas of the valley. The Garnet Fire continues to grow with crews both in the air and on the ground using any methods available to slow down and contain it. Fire retardants like Phos-Chek are typically dropped from the air onto the fires to slow their spread by making fire fuels non-flammable. But now the group that creates the fire retardant has crews applying it from the ground. Steve Barton, who was on the ground applying the solution, explains how this works.
We're using an app. They're doing it both ways. They're doing it from the air, and they've contacted us to do it from the ground. So we have specialized spray equipment that resembles a water truck that we spray from the roadways or from a hose lay, however they want to spray it onto the ground. We can pretty much accommodate what they need.
The fire retardant is a red solution that's a mixture of water, fertilizer, and iron oxide. The mixture has also been tested to be sure that it's eco-friendly.
It's gone through the QPL certification through the Forest Service, so they've tested for mammalian, fish toxicity, whatnot. There are avoidance areas that you do not want to spray it, and we've been working closely with the agency on that.
But even with some of these adjustments, the company believes this is another item for fire crews to use in order to not only put out fires like the Garnet Fire, but also for prevention like building contingency lines.
What we were doing is they were supporting a backburn to where they were actually going to have to put fire on the ground defensively for the fire coming towards them to create a blackened area to stop the fire. So we were pre-treating the green side that they wanted not to burn. And then they did their burn operation off of the other side.
A solution that helps fire crews and keep people that are possibly in danger a little more safer. In Fresno, I'm Carl Cook.
Thank you, Carl. This method has been used in other major fires too. According to officials with Perimeter Solutions, the ground application method was used in the Palisades and Eaton fires earlier this year, also in the Camp Fire in 2018. Meanwhile, firefighters from all over the state are rolling into China Peak to set camp at the ski resort. The owner of the resort, Tim Cohey, estimates more than 500 personnel and equipment are on site. It's a massive effort and a powerful display of firefighters ready to protect our communities from the blaze. We're also tracking the Salt 14-2 fire tonight, now burning more than 25,000 acres. As of this evening, it is 50% contained. Evacuation orders have been downgraded as firefighters make progress on the wildfire burning near the Monterey-Fresno County line. The Monterey County Sheriff's Office says evacuation orders for Zone MRY G041A, covering areas south and east of Parkland and Coalinga Grade Road, have now been downgraded to warnings. Evacuation warnings have been lifted for nearby zone MRY-G04B. More than 1,500 personnel are assigned to the fire as crews continue to work to strengthen containment lines.